Welcome to Gracefully Graying. I am your host, Attorney Henry Gornvine. Today on Gracefully Graying, I am pleased to welcome as my guest Dr. Niru Prasad as she leads us in a discussion regarding the topic of holiday depression in the elderly. Dr. Prasad, welcome to Gracefully Graying.
Good morning, Henry, and it is always welcome to be with you. Yeah, I enjoy each and every.
Well, you've got a lot to say, and it's very important. First of all, Dr. Prasad, what made you interested in this topic?
In this topic, holiday depression, you mean?
Why did you become interested in this topic, Dr. Prasad?
The reason I became depressing, even working at the emergency room, urgent care, wherever, all these people, they are depressed around Christmas, Thanksgiving, starting from the fall till the end of the winter. I see the same thing again and again in them. So I sat down one time and I said, what is it, what is making everybody so depressed? So the more and more I did search, and even from my practical experience watching some of our friends, then I became very much interested in this. And I know that this holiday depression, this we are talking about us elderlies, but they also have the same thing figured in the pediatrics group also. So overall, that's what made me think about to go into the detail how to help all of us, how to help others, including me, and see. And that's why the more and more I read about it in the newspaper, newsletters, also so many articles, so many write-ups have been done in the recent journal of pediatrics, the emergency medicine, and the psychiatry, and the more and more, I'm getting interested into this, is to how to help them. What is the cause and what are the symptoms and how you pick the diagnosis and try to help them.
Dr. Prasad, how important is a loss of loved ones as we are entering and in the holiday season?
Yes, I'm so happy you asked this. So from whatever I read and I know, the factors that are contributing to holiday depression, the most common is loss of loved ones. Like many older adults, and once they loss of the spouse, friend, and the family members, and over the holidays, the thoughts come into their mind. I wish they were there. I wish we were together. So loss of the loved ones plays a major significant role in this. And then second one is loneliness and isolation. So once you are lonely, you are isolated from other people, loss of communication, and that does not help anybody. It further aggravates the symptoms of depression. And of course, as we know, it is physical and cognitive decline. As we are getting older, our cognitive functions are not what it was before. Cannot do so many things like we did before.
Well, tell us more about issues of physical and cognitive decline and how this impacts upon depression.
Yeah, physical. These are the age certain, physical and cognitive, certain age-related health issues, such as chronic illness, a limited mobility, or cognitive decline, as we all know. In other words, it is a dementia, and that can make the holiday more difficult. The physical and emotional toll of managing this condition can, make it look like a helplessness, inability to travel, go out of the state or meet others. that itself makes it very, very difficult for
Now, Dr. Prasad, the holidays are a time when gift giving, a lot of spending, uh, times when people are going out a lot, they're spending a lot of money. What about the impact of financial stress,
Yes.
holiday depression?
I'm so happy you asked about the financial stress that plays a significant role. You are going to meet your relative, friends, your children, grandchildren, and you are unable to buy gift for them. There's a limited income. So financial stress plays a very significant role role in further causing more and more depression.
Now, another point that's important is, the holidays, we tend to glorify things. We tend to think everything's ideal, and then you get together with family and things aren't so great. And I know in my practice over the years as a family
Yeah.
law attorney, the holidays often led to divorces because of the fact that people had very unreasonable expectations and things weren't ideal, and the reality often didn't meet uh, what people were expecting. So, what about the impact of unreasonable expectations on holiday depression?
Yes, I'm happy you asked them because in the working at the emergency room, right before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, you know, the we see in the emergency room, they bring their mother or their father, ailing people, they are so much depressed they cannot do anything. And basically what it is a family dispute. When you meet other people, same family, there are a lot of discussions, all this going on. So these are the unrealistic expectation. Media plays a long, portrays the holidays a time of perfect family gathering, People like to meet with their relatives, with their friends, but at the end of the day, when you meet some people that you have not met for a long time, and there is some family dispute, some dispute going on among the family members, and that itself is not good. That also plays a significant role. And also after the holiday season is done, I see a lot of people at the emergency room. They come with swollen foot, swollen arthritis, and the arthritis flare up in them because when they have your family members, relatives, naturally you work hard. So after they leave, then you are thinking about yourself. What do I have? Well, my foot hurts, my hand hurts because I have been working so hard. So that itself plays a good role about this precipitating the depression during the holiday.
Now, Dr. Prasad, uh, holidays come when winter, the season is one where the days are at their shortest, the nights are longer, and there's something called SAD or seasonal affective disorder. Tell us about that and the impact upon holiday depression.
Yeah, this is a very interesting chapter. I have done a lot of research on this. I have read a lot of articles related to the seasonal affective disorders, that starts in the winter due to lack of sunshine, darkness, and that triggers the depression from the fact because the brain, the serotonin level is low, and people are sitting there in the dark, and that itself brings them more. So the common symptoms, the holiday depression, seasonal affective disorder are include increased withdrawal, social isolation, loss of interest, activity, things you do, loss of sleeping too much or too late or too little, sleepiness is another big factor. Fatigue, lack of energy, and irritability or the mood swing. And then once you have those, then you start having some physical ailments in yourself, like you're having a headache or you have a stomach ache. So basically, what they are, Henry, these are more somatic, like a somatic complaint, and this is all related to the seasonal affective disorder. So these are the things that are related when the mood is dark, more melatonin. And
Dr. Prasad, we've talked about many reasons why people are depressed during the holidays. Why don't you tell our viewers now about some strategies to combat holiday depression, especially among those of us who are elderly?
yes, there are several strategies to combat the holiday depression in the adults, and I have summarized it, and I will also project it on the computer when the show will be ready. Encourage social connection, very important. Family members and friends, they can play a crucial role in combating the loneliness. A regular phone calls, even if you are unable to visit them, video chats, a brief visit can make a significant difference. Senior centers, religious organizations, or local charities, they often host holiday events, and they have opportunity for the interaction. Volunteers or companions may be able to assist older adults. And second one is, modify the holiday expectation. Like here, is you want to have a big party, but you are unable to do that. Just be happy. Have a small get together. Enjoy whatever you have. Encourage the older adults to share traditions that are personally meaningful rather than feeling pressured, to conform to social norm. Provide the emotional support is very, very important. Allow them to talk about their feeling and consider professional counseling. Promote the physical, now, very important right now at our age is to promote a physical activity and health. Encourage light physical activities that can boost up your mood. You can watch your TV, instead you can do some exercises, and and try to take a walk. Sometimes a walk helps a lot, even if it is for a little while walk. And then there are practical helps like offer assistance with the tasks such as shopping, cooking. People love to go shopping. People love to go out in the mall, look at the lights, look at the decoration, because that does perk up everybody's mood. Yeah. Mind and the environment, very, very important. Ensure that their living space is welcoming and comfortable. The living space should have some bright light, the environment. And then create a new tradition, like maintaining old tradition can be comforting. Introduce new ways of celebrating your vacations by do something different. So these are some of the things that you can do, the strategies for practical help.
So
But
let me jump in. So we're talking about the fact that it's important to encourage social connections. It's important to modify holiday expectations. Uh, so these are two things. Do you want to go into more depth on both of those topics?
yeah, the thing is, after doing every time, new researches have been going on, and new things have been going on. And in the CNN, couple of couple of weeks ago, I saw that the loneliness, depression leads to the incidence of alcohol drinking and use of the drugs, use of the prescription drugs, that they take in order to get over their depression. But in the long run, they are no good. So those are the two things: alcohol drinking and the use of the drug. Mostly I read from my knowledge from the journals is the fentanyl laced drugs, the opioid groups. So those are the things that has been going on these days, in our local areas all over the United States, that people are taking more drugs, people are drinking more alcohol just to hide their emotions, hide their depression. But after long effect is no good.
Dr. Prasad, how can we provide emotional support for those of us who are going through holiday depression?
So the most important thing is, the the way to do that, is to try to get some mental health services. I think that helps a lot. A social service consultation, and then people can come, for their increase their cognitive brain therapy. So those are the things that really will help. And another, just a recent thing that I read, about a week ago, is about this hoarding disorder. What happens, after loss of loved ones, people like to clutter their home. Their home is cluttered with lot of family pictures, lot of letters and everything, certain things, the gift. And the more you clutter in the home, it clutters your mind. So that is one very important thing, is to try to get rid of the clutters. Once you get rid of the clutters from the home, you will get rid of the clutters from your mind also. Mind will be more fresh. It will be more fresh. So remove, so hoarding disorder. This is one mental health condition, and it is what it is. It is the persistent difficulty of parting with the possession, even though those have no significant value. So in order to help them, most important thing is just try to clean up the clutter, get rid of the clutters.
Dr. Prasad, how can we promote physical activity and health, especially for all of us who are aging, but especially around the holidays? I mean, there's a tendency around the holidays to sometimes eat too much, to drink too much. If you're exercising, maybe take a few days off. So, what can we do to combat some of these trends and promote more physical activity and better health?
Right. Because we are tempted, wherever you go, there are some cookies, there are some snacks, and you feel like eating those. And I know during this winter it is hard to go outside, but whenever I go to the mall, I see a lot of people, they are just walking from one end to the other. And I think that is the best way. It's a good physical exercise. You go, you walk, and then you look at the lights, bright light, and that helps a lot. So walking is still the number one cure, so that you are physically active, your mind is active, you know where you are and what you are expecting of yourself.
I know the holiday season comes in the winter when the days are shorter, nights are longer, it's colder, and it's like, yeah, I guess it can be very depressing. So,
I
this is a
know,
good topic. Before we sign off, what are some other thoughts that you would like to share with us, Dr. Prasad?
pardon me, I didn't get the question. I'm sorry, I did not get the last question.
Okay.
What were you asking?
I said, what other thoughts can you share with us before we sign off, Dr. Prasad?
Okay, the thoughts that I can think, be happy, be happy, be happy that you are here. And, past is past. You cannot do anything about the past. Future, we don't even know what's going to happen to us. But live up to the day you have. You wake up in the morning with a smile, always a smile. Look at the bright side. You are able to make a cup of coffee. You are able to make your breakfast. And you enjoy this day today, because this day is not going to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow you don't even know. And another thing is, a smiling face is always good. Like I said, when you smile, you hide your wrinkles. You hide your wrinkles. And eat a good nutritious food, whatever you can eat. And just eating, exercise. And I think those are the things, that will help us get through this winter. Just think, after this winter comes the spring, and when the spring comes, there are good flowers. Look at the window. Think about the window in your garden, and the fresh flowers will come. So those are the things. Think positive. Think positive.
Very good points. I mean, be positive. Think that the glass is half full, not half empty, and
Yeah, right. Half full, half empty.
well, I mean, in make the most. I mean, if you can do some active things during the winter or enjoy the beauty of a
Right.
recent snowfall. So make the most of it every day, because we're going through the holidays now, but before too long, spring will be here. So, Dr. Prasad, I want to thank you so much for your presentation and this important discussion regarding holiday depression in the elderly. It is a very important one. So, again, thank you for the presentation. Thank you for being our guest on Gracefully Graying. I want to thank our viewers, of course, and of course, I want to thank our sponsors for making Gracefully Graying possible. And of course, I want to thank Bloomfield Cablevision. Thank you so much.
And it's always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you, and happy holidays to everyone.